Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders, and I screwed up a couple things on a recent video that I had on low resale and high quality movements. Two of the watches I talked about, I had the wrong movement down. Neither of them had posted the movement, and I thought I'd be able to find them pretty easily, but things took a different turn. The first one is the Fabergé Agathon Premier. I thought it had a Piaget 1150 movement in it. The reason for that, this is my Fabergé Alexi. It's got a solid back to it, and I took the solid back off, and I found the same kind of Imperial Eagle on the rotor there, and then I turned it around and so forth. And I found that was where I found out that it was a Frederick Piguet 1150. So anyway, the this is what I was assuming. The problem was that I didn't see on the Del Rey posts. Of course, they didn't have the movement number or anything like that. Most of them don't, but they did have a picture of the back of the movement, and you can see it there. And then if you enlarge it underneath the Imperial Eagle, you can see where it says it's a 2892 ETA. That's a little ETA stamp that it has. So the Fabergé Agathon Premier does have an ETA 2892 in it instead of an A2, 4 hertz, 42-hour reserve. That's not a lot different. What's important, though, is that a Frederick Piguet is a bit more expensive, perhaps quite a bit more expensive and higher quality movement than an ETA 2892. Even though I will say the ETA 2892 I found to be good. But if you're going to buy a watch, you should know what's in it. Like I said, rarely do the sellers put that information up, and you should be able to trust people who have these things to know what they're talking about. Anyway, fortunately, one of the viewers found that one. If they have 4 pictures of it, and then there's a little arrow, and you hit the arrow, and it will then the back of it appears, and that's where it was. So when I checked it out, I found it, but I'm very grateful to one of our very smart viewers who caught it for me. So that's one error. So I checked, no one had bought that particular watch yet. I'm very glad to see it. If you buy it, you should know what's in it. That's true with all watches. Now, the second screw up I had was on the Roger Dubuis Low Monégasque. That one, I was looking for a better picture of the movement. What they had put up on Chrono 24 wasn't very clear, and so I looked for one, and I found one that was for Roger Dubuis La Monégasque, but it was the chronograph version with the micro rotor, and so someone sent me a message and said, "Oh, I can't find any. They all have that larger rotor on them rather than the micro rotor." Well, that was because I screwed that up. It just was a bad mistake. That's all I can say. But the caliber is still a high quality Roger Dubuis caliber. It's an RD 821. It's automatic, but it's not a micro rotor on it. 28,800 semi-oscillation per hour, 4 hertz, 48-hour reserve, and a Geneva seal. Everything's the same except for the micro rotor, and for some that could be very important, so you should know that. The price is there that hasn't been sold yet. But in case you are interested in buying it, it has a bigger rotor rather than the micro rotor. You guys should know that stuff. I should not have screwed it up, and I apologize for it. And it may happen again, and I'll have to have another one of these in the future. I hope not. But anyway, thanks for the sharp-eyed subscribers we have. Thanks again.